the worst music in America. You know it. Hit me on Twitter at Mike Sean Radio. Yeah. I done been to IHOP, I done been to Waffle House, I done been to Diners too. I done been to Mama's house, but I swear nobody cook grits like you. Nobody cook grits like you. Nobody cook grits like you. Hey, hey, hey. Nobody cook grits like you. Nobody cook grits like you. It's 5 in the morning, still I'm snoring. She's making grits and eggs. She's making those grits. At 5 in the morning, we could only be about to eat 2 things. She's making those grits. Cholesterol is high, but them grits is on my mind. You cook them so good, I can't deny. A heart attack is worth the ride. You make me wanna be home all the time. You're cooking them grits with steak at night. Can't be cooked by no beginner. Grits made by a winner. Them grits make me kiss her. Grits all on my plate. Got my stomach full. Got me feeling great. I gotta kiss her. Grits all on my plate. Got my stomach full. Got me feeling great. I done been to Cracker Barrel. I done been to Cozy Kitchen. I done been to Denny's too. Had some women try to feed me, but I swear nobody cook grits like you. Nobody cook grits like you. Nobody cook grits like you. Hey. Nobody cook grits like you. Nobody cook grits like you. You better make the grits and make them right. I make you feel so good at night. If you make the grits and make them right, I make you feel so good at night. Just make the grits and make them right. I make you feel so good at night.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in.
We the worst records, baby. We about to create a perfectly horrible song. Y'all know I've been in the gym, and now all I wear is tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts. One word, tight shirts. Yes, I do. One word, tight shirts. I wear tight shirts because I'm working out some. And if I wear the right size, you won't see none of my little cuts in my arms or whatever. Short sleeve tight shirts in any type of weather. People talking trans when they see me in the street.
Your shirt's so tight, we can see your heartbeat.
Man, clown me if you want, I'm sticking to my guns. And when December comes, it's gonna be fun. You can crack jokes and treat me like a jerk, but one day you'll see my 6-pack right through my shirt. And even if I wanted to, I just can't stop. I just might rock an Ezekiel crop top.
Whoa.
Did I take it too far? What?
Yes.
Whatever. Tight shirts in the morning at work and when I grieve. I even wear tight pajama tops when I sleep. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. What up, y'all? Memorial Day is actually here. We here for a little bit. I don't know how long we gonna last. Cause I was comfy in my bed. I was comfy, but I told y'all I was going to be on. We were going to be on. I'm going to see who's going to get on here. I ain't know who's going to get on. I see a few of y'all have joined in here. I'll let y'all gather. See how long we're going to rock out. If some of y'all woke up just for the show, this applause is really for you. If some of y'all woke up just for this, you are true supporters and you are truly part of the community. But I didn't know. Like, I was shaky about Jay Black. I said, Jay Black is really on this, you know, when it's a holiday, no matter what it is. I was shaky about Jay Black. And I was iffy about it.
Allegedly, sexy moment.
Oh, how did I make everything blue? Uh-oh, what'd I do? Uh-oh, I pressed something. I made everything blue, y'all. Uh-oh, my bad. Wait a second.
But we don't see blue.
Oh, what did I do? Y'all, it looks regular to you?
It looks regular degler. Reggie.
What the hell did I do? There it goes. All right, now I'm back. I'm back. Oh, wait a second now. Wait a second. Let me move it. Oh, wait a second. And now the squares aren't as big as they normally are. What did I press? Oh, how you doing, Mo? How you doing? This is crazy. This
Good
is crazy. What's
morning.
up? I didn't know you were gonna be here. I was wondering, what the fuck did I just switch up on here?
You do look a little blurry. I don't know what you did.
I didn't even press anything. All of a sudden, what the hell?
Good morning, Ryan. Good
Good morning,
morning.
y'all. Good morning. The boxes are tiny, and I don't
Oh, they're
know.
regular.
No, they normally go. They normally would be like when I press this, when I press that, because some of the boxes aren't here. What is going on? What is happening? What's going on here?
It's a Monday. Even the show wants to boycott and be on
What the
rest.
fuck?
R&R.
What the fuck? Dynamic
Good
camera.
morning, everyone. Good morning. I know. I just told him it looks normal on our end.
No, the squares aren't. The squares should be bigger.
Miss Shawn said, go out and come back in, Michael
No,
Shawn.
that's not gonna help the squares. I don't know what just happened. That was weird as fuck. Like all of a sudden something. What the fuck? I'm telling you, StreamYard, you got to get it together. Cause this thing about me not having anything, having the little cursor on anything, and should have anyway. All right, we just rock like this. Let me just see one more time, because I can tell. See something. Let me see
Good
something.
morning.
Let me see something. All right, we got to rock like that. All right, bring you back in. All right, fuck it. We here. All right, so first of all, hey, what the hell made you wake up and remind me to send you the link?
Because it's raining outside. You know, when it's rain, that's cuddle weather. People rubbing their feet up against each other at 6 o'clock in the morning because they ain't got to go to work and they don't have to
Oh.
do anything. Is I wanted to make sure he was getting up.
Oh, I thought you wanted to cuddle. I was like, all right, we can cuddle virtually. Ollie, what the hell? I did not think you. I didn't. I thought I was gonna be assault. But since you're here,
Yes.
Jay Black was up 14-12. But because it's a Memorial Day and it's technically a vacation day, I will give you 2 points. And now it is now no longer 14-12. He's gonna be like, how the hell did it become 14-4? On Memorial Day, you will receive 2 points. You are now, it's the dead heat, and you guys are even. You guys are even. All right.
I mean, it's only fair. I was sick and I still was accounted for.
You're sick.
No, I'm saying I was sick. My sick days.
Oh, your sick days kicked in. Oh no. Oh, you use a lot of them sick days quick, Mo. I mean, I know you had stuff. Them sick days went by fast as fuck. Let me get to this good mornings, then we're gonna get to the event. Let's see. I don't think there's no way Jay Black's gonna wake up and get on here. There's absolutely. I got 75 cents.
Tell him why you not on here. Mo on here.
Mo on here. Ashabu, good morning. Good morning, Ashabu. Ashabu had a message. Yes, Memorial Day was started by formerly enslaved people and Black residents in Charleston, South Carolina, organized one of the earliest documented Memorial Day whatever that word is on May 1st, because I know the word commemorations, commemorations. There we go. About to fuck that word. I didn't even know that. I just found that out recently. Never researched Memorial Day. To reburial, 257 Union soldiers were given a proper individual burials in a new dedicated cemetery. They built a whitewashed fence and erected an archway inscribed as martyrs of the race course.
Oh, wow.
Oh, goddamn. I just thought, wow. All right. It's not just for going to the shore and having barbecues. That's the way she said it in her mind. Never forget, Black history is American history. Yes. Or American history is Black history. I don't know. KT, I didn't know KT was going to wake up. KT, what you doing up? I appreciate y'all. Nikki White Chocolate woke up. Nikki, what's going on? Oh, we got the picture of us. Good morning, legendary ladies. Got that going on. Right here. Ooh, if I could talk to developers of StreamYard, there's so many little things that y'all.
Yeah, because on my side is clear. On your side, it looks like a little blurry, like you have a filter on.
There you go. I don't understand.
No, I don't think it's your screen.
I'm telling you, there's something going on. Give me one quick one. Let me just try. Let me just see what we got going on the visuals. What we got going on? No, we don't want that. What we got going on the camera? High definition. We got all that. What we got going on here?
In real time. Only on this show do we fix
I don't know.
these in real time.
I honestly don't. Let me see how it looks on my phone. Let me see how this shit looks on my phone real quick. And then I'm just going to let it go because I honestly don't know. Let me see.
This rain is making me want to go back to bed.
Oh, I'm going back to bed right after this. Oh yeah, I'm laying back down after this. No,
What
there's
high-paying job to go to?
no. I'm chilling today. Oshabu, good morning, blessings, Mike, JB, Mo. So sorry I missed Luau. Work was very busy. I'm sure it was great. We're gonna talk about that in a matter of minutes. That's your mom. That's your mom, right?
That's me.
Oh, you left her. Oh, what the hell? Son of a bitch.
You know, I'll be in the chat.
Good morning, blessings. What the
Chat.
on the show and leaving. Good morning to the host with the most, Michael Jones. Hey, Miss Parker, my prayers go out to you and your family. Prayers go out to you and your family. I'm so sorry to hear that you guys had a loss. I think it was your sister's husband.
Yes.
I think it was your sister's husband. So I'm so sorry to hear that. And I know it was sudden. There will be plenty of things going on this year. I appreciate the support. Yeah, it was a good function. We're gonna get to it. Get to it more. I'm truly sorry I wasn't able. Girl, you don't have to be truly sorry. You had other things more important to do.
Yes.
But Miss Parker does support. Miss Parker like to have her ass in them comedy spots. And you would have had a ball, Miss Parker. I'm just saying. You would have had a ball. Miss Parker, I'm so sorry for your loss. Yes, prayers to Miss Parker and her family. I will definitely do my best to support in the future. Miss Parker, you've already supported so much. It's ridiculous. You've been to a ton of comedy shows, but thank you. I know you're going to be out there. KT saying what's up to Oz and peace and blessings. And we just talk about Miss Clark's energy. She represented the TOL family. She was right at home. No, Miss Clark don't care. Miss she's comfortable wherever she's at.
I love it. Okay. I have a special affinity now for Miss Clark. Okay. Her energy is top notch.
Thank you so much. Definitely. You ain't got to thank us, girl. You're part of the family. I am Shelly. What's going on, Shelly? How are you? Hope everything's good. Oh, it almost turned blue again. Ain't that about a bit? There's something I'm doing. Mo clocked in first. Yes, she did. Mo, she got 2 points today for this.
I better get
over. And not only that, she's in the chat. She can't help but run. She wants to run her mouth or run the text message. It doesn't matter. There will be more stuff going on throughout the year. I will keep y'all posted. I thank you for the support for the kids and community service programming. That's where your donations and proceeds go. I didn't even know that's what I was working for. I didn't even know I was doing something for the kids.
He was working for the kids.
I thought it was just a bunch of grown ass adults trying to hang out and have a good time. That's all I thought. Mo, I'm sorry I missed it as well. I had a conflicting event, keeping my eyes and ears open. Yes, and KT, congratulations. She was the narrator on the play that she did Saturday, and the play is making a stop in Willingboro, New Jersey. I think you said July 11th. I'm not sure because now July 17th is in my head. I think I'll look at the text message, July 11th. So congratulations, you did your thing. I heard you said your allergies were driving you crazy, but you fought through it. You fought through it. That's what counts here. Miss Clark. Let me see. Thanks for the invite. I had fun. Yeah, she bounced out of there quick. She jumped in that car. I didn't even see her say bye.
I think somewhere else to be. Okay.
Oh, she had another function.
Jersey was popping for the weekend. Yes.
That's why I said good night. You were gone.
In Jersey.
Ryan, what up? What's going on, Ryan? What's popping? We on here for a little bit. We're probably on here for like 30, 40 minutes. We'll see how this conversation goes. Because I ain't got nothing to do. Hey, man, laughter is best medicine. Mike is definitely walking his path. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. Got that. Laugh. KT said, I'm watching for the bed. Yeah, KT. Right. All right, watch yourself. Don't start. None won't be none. Watch yourself.
I might be able to get somebody on today, too.
You said what?
Might be able to get a guest on today.
What are you trying to get on? I knew that had to be an agenda.
No, I mean, we're here. We're missing a square. I don't think Jay Black is going to get on. So, I'm just trying to do his job. I'm move and shake a little bit.
I'm a text his ass. I'm gonna text him back. So let me get this straight.
I'm just saying.
Get this straight. Mo can make the show on a holiday, but you can't. She gets 2 points for today. 2 points.
Now you know that that's going to make him get up, right?
So let me get this straight.
He's going to get up.
He might not get.
Everybody knows that J Black does not like to feel like he's being outdone, okay, or outworked.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. So anyway, what to talk about? I may not hit all these topics because I want to say something for tomorrow. We got a tragic incident that happened at a place called Tim Hortons, where there was a misunderstanding over an order and somebody wound up dying. Ray J metaphorically died in the ring. I got the Ray J video. I got a woman who's mad at her man for doing everything right. I got the fake files, and I got a threat by Dr. Umar that don't seem like one of Dr. Umar's normal threats. It's a weird threat, and I'm gonna let y'all watch it because it's not. It's almost like you better not do it again. It's not really a threat. It's like you better not do it again. So I'm gonna let y'all watch the threat before we get into all that. So Sexy Mo invites me and says, Mike, I need you to do a comedy show. I have a function going on. I have a position in my organization. I think this was like your first event that you threw. And I'm like, cool. I'm like, all right, let's do it. And I'm like, cool. She sends me everything. We do everything. But we promoted it here. I put it in a GPS. I don't think too much about it. It's in North Jersey. I'm good. I'm like, it's all good. I go to my high paying job. I do what I do. I take care of the radio. I'm like, I'm off and running. And it takes me to Vauxhall, New Jersey, which is very close to Union, correct?
Yes.
Because on a GPS, there's two different options, Union or Vauxhall.
Because technically it's almost the same thing. Don't hit me in these comments. But yeah, it's almost the same thing. So
I'm following, I'm playing all my music. I got music that I play to the show, and then I have music that I play leaving the show. So I have a certain inspirational music that I keep my mind in a good place while I'm going. And it's not always the same songs. It's just that genre of, and it could be hip hop. It could be salsa. It could be a bunch of, and then on the way back, I flip the script and I play a whole bunch of different varieties because I'm normally my mind's more open. So the GPS takes me there and it's all good. Jersey Turnpike, Garden State Parkway. Garden State Parkway is just ugly to me, even during the day. Even when it's sunny, it's out, but it's ugly. But when it's raining, it's even more ugly. I get there, it says make a right, and now I realize that Sexy Mo has me on the back block. She got me on a back block. She got me on a back block. It's not. I'm not saying it's not a nice area. I'm just saying all of a sudden the streets is real tiny and they're houses and and I don't know where, and I'm in the car so I can't hear music and so I got to do city parking. I got to find a spot on the corner and whatever, come out, and then I realize there's a house, and now I realize I can hear the music, loud music. Mo meets me out there. I got to use the restroom. I go into a bar. There's a bar, big screen. I like the bar. It's tiny, but I'm thinking to myself, are we doing a comedy show in here? I said, oh, shit. I said, whoa, I'm going to have to walk around and really. So I'm getting I'm like, okay, so if I do it here, I said, where am I staying? She said she had a stay. So anyway, she takes me to the back room. She said, we're going to the back room. I'm like, oh, God bless. But it's tight, but it's nice, but it's tight. Yeah. And everybody in there.
Outside is deceiving.
It's very deceiving. Yeah. There's no way you think what's going on in there is going on in there. It's like it's like something that's hidden. But okay, so people are so understand when I make this description. People are very friendly, but they are aggressive. This is an aggressive group of people. They're friendly, very friendly, but aggressive. And I like it. So when I start seeing people like that, I'll say, all right, okay. I said, I see what I'm working with. I said, everybody, they try to sell me candy bars. They were trying to hustle me. They tried to sell me a candy bar and they were like 2 for $10 and they were chunky candy bars. And I was like, Mama, I don't eat any sugar, but I'll buy. Yeah, so I bought it. I said, but you ain't got to give me the bar. I said, I'll buy it. And the Wi-Fi was doing some type of crazy stuff and everything like that. The next thing you know, immediately after I bought a candy bar, they hit me with a 50-50. They want to, I'm performing, but I ain't say nothing. I want like, hey, guys, they're like, we got the 50-50s. I said, I don't have any cash. Do you take cash? Do you take card? No, we need some cash. Or you got to go get some cash. I'm cool. It's aggressive. I'm like, all right. She takes me to the back room. I'm like, oh, okay. I can work with this back room. We'll be all right in here. Takes us to the back and it had stage and it was a backdrop. And Mo said, I spent all morning putting that backdrop up. Don't touch it. I ain't never heard those rules before. Nobody's ever told me. Nobody's ever told me.
Knock nothing over. I ain't want him to knock nothing over. Listen.
Nobody's ever told me any rules that when I get on stage, certain things not to touch. Never heard that. But I was like, I'm not touching it. I'm not leaning back. I'm not doing that. Do the show. A sweet lady introduces me. I do what comedians do all the time. When you want to make something into a comedy, I reintroduce myself because you want to make it everybody into a comedy show. When I reintroduce myself, these people participate. When I realized that they were participating and they wanted to go in, I said, cool. Y'all want to go in? Then I'm going to go in. And we're going to have a good time. As long as y'all do your part, I'll do my part. And we had a great time. Amazing. I hope the lady who was doing all the videoing and the pictures, I hope she actually sends me some of the clips.
Yes, she's the social media chair. And so, yes, she has everything.
All right. So hopefully I can get some of the clips from her because I would like that. Anyway, amazing. Them people were amazing. Everybody wanted to have fun. Nobody was ice grilling. Everybody wanted to enjoy themselves. They had good laughter. They had good energy. And we just went. And we had a great time. And I made sure I ain't do no hour and a half. I was like, all right, I gave y'all that 35, 40 minutes. I'm good. Y'all have enjoyed yourselves. And I enjoyed it. And one lady came up to me and said, oh my God, can I get your number? And I want you to perform for our church. And in my mind, I was like, you ain't hear the shit I was saying on that stage.
Wait. Not church.
She said her church is doing something.
Oh.
She said the pastor been looking for somebody.
Woo.
I'm the one.
I thought you were gonna say for like a personal event or
No.
something like that. Not church.
She said to my face, this lady was like in the second row. She said to my face, yeah, because it was clean. What church are you going to that you thought what I just did was clean? But I'm good. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Now, I've heard some of your, raunchier shows, more racier shows. But this by far was not clean. It was not giving Proverbs. It was not giving Corinthians. It was not giving Revelations. It wasn't giving none of the books of the Bible. Okay. None.
And that was, I did clean it up. But when I got there, because you were like, you can do your thing, but you were making me think. But then after they tried to hustle me at the bar for candy bars and stuff like that, I was like, no, it's on. I said, y'all people, I'm seeing the drinking going on. I'm seeing the food. And I never eat when I do comedy shows. That's the only reason I didn't eat, because I never eat when I do a show. And I was like, oh, no, these people, I'm going to test the waters in the beginning. And then we're going to see where we're going. I still edited stuff out. But they were good. They were good. But the church thing, she said, you were clean. And she said, I'm going to tell them you were clean. Don't lie to the pastor. What church are y'all going to?
Don't lie to the pastor.
That pastor has to curse. That pastor has to curse. For her, because she was like, and I was like, I said, girl, I'm down. I'm like, just let's make it happen. So I think I'm booked at a church.
Oh, okay.
A church function.
Okay. A church function. Okay.
So I'm assuming I would have to clean up, even do another cleanup job, do a cleanup job. Everyone looks.
You would have to do a scrub.
Yeah, something. I would just have to get off I would do a lot of jokes about my kids. I do a lot of jokes about my kids. And
it was good. It was good. A lot of people have hit me up since then, and they talked about how you really lifted their spirits. Mm-hmm. Like your jokes, that was what they needed for the day. It really helped them out. Like it was so much positive feedback about your energy. about the whole vibe of the event, and they were so glad that they got a chance to see you. And where can they see you at again? Like, where do you perform? All of these things.
No, that was dope. I appreciate them.
And you definitely tore it down.
I appreciate them. And so then I get in the car, and I really had a good time. I don't want to run over that because we're gonna talk about it again tomorrow. I haven't felt funny in a while. Not that I haven't made people laugh, but I haven't felt it's been a struggle trying to stay on stage and not be rusty. And there's just something that I've been doing on stage that I haven't been being myself. And I didn't know what it was. I don't know. You know, my sponsor used to always say there's a 2-year sobriety thing where you're transforming. And I'm still a newbie. I'm still a newbie in alcoholic, you know, addictive world. I'm still a newbie, you know,
in the community.
In the community.
The sobriety.
And he says, you know, it takes a while. He says, so I don't know about, you know, I had one guy say, oh, so you gonna get on stage? I said, well, he said, I don't know about the comedy world, but normally it takes a while. That I ain't been feeling comfortable on stage. I've been feeling comfortable, but I ain't been feeling the way like free. Just, I don't know. It's been a lot of overthinking. But that show, and it's weird because I'm not saying I wasn't looking forward to the show. My expectations with the show was, I know when I do functions like this, what you get. You know, there's a lot of, you know, when you do organizations, people are so familiar with each other that they don't have to put on a facade. So a lot of times there's like a power struggle that goes on, and there are people in different levels for all different organizations. I just see all the different things that happen. And normally the first 15 minutes is trying to get everybody to relax and get out of their organizational mode of their roles. Because even when you do something like that, people have roles in the organization, and sometimes they don't want to laugh at certain things because it may go against the perception of what the organization has for them. I've done all these things. That wasn't the case. The minute we started, everybody was like, fuck it. So I was like, oh, this is beautiful. But thank you, because sometimes it'll be those shows, and it really got me back in the mode. And it was one of the first shows that I was like, okay. Even in the middle of it, I said, chill for a second and enjoy this. And I wanted to pay attention on what I was really doing. I was being me for the first time in a long time. So thank you. I got to give you all have no idea how much that show, what it did for just getting back into the way that I should be. So thank you. You got
you were in the pocket the whole time.
And that's what I wanted to be. Yeah.
It was very organic. I can tell you, just, you know, I've seen your shows over 20, you know, years. It was so organic, and you seemed so relaxed and so in tune with the crowd. It you know, it was like watching you for the first time for me.
Wow. Appreciate y'all. And I appreciate Eric Terrell, because he got me at the punchline last Sunday. And I was like, okay. I said, and I felt the progression. Anyway, I be nitpicking myself to a point where it's and Miss Clark, thank you, because Miss Clark was in there. She sent me a little video clip and everything like that.
Yes.
So shout out to Miss Clark.
All of the professional. She actually taped your whole show, but she didn't want to post it yet without making sure, as it's proprietary.
You just tell her tell her to send me the clips first. Tell her to send me the clips, and just send short clips. Don't send a long clip. Just send short clips.
Or on WhatsApp. I'll have her hit you up on WhatsApp so you can make sure you get clear video. Yeah.
Ms. Clark says, I had a great time. Oh, your energy is awesome too. Have much love for you, sis. Mo's always in the mix. It just amazes me. She's always in the mix of running something. It's so funny. The two people who really be running things are the two people who allegedly work for me. They're the ones who run shit, like Jay Black and Mo. I just be the person, like, just give it a mic. I'm like, I'm good. See, he's got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Grand Rising still, what's going on? KT says, thank you. Somebody must have gave you a compliment. I'm sorry. You know I'm trying to do both, y'all. You know I'm trying to do both. Yes. You know I'm trying to do both here and get your comments. Randa Rick is here. Mike was so funny. Hopefully we'll get new subs. Hopefully we got a few extra subs. I saw we're over 700.
And I'm gonna post like once we get the footage together, because I just reactivated my chapter's social media page with the social media coordinator. So we are going to get your stuff up there once you approve it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tag the show so we can get new subs. Now, putting myself on a chopping block because I try to keep my life separate from this to that, but it is what it is. So
Oh yeah, that's another thing.
it is what it is.
Yeah, you don't have to if you don't want to. That's
Oh no, no,
another
no,
thing.
no. I am because this is who I am.
Yeah. But you it's hard to explain this show. This is why I'm single. This is why I'm single. No, I'm telling you, this is why I'm single. We can't really explain this show because people get catch feelings about this show, and I try and tell them we tell our truth, and sometimes our truth ain't. Oh, sometimes it's exaggerated, and we're having fun with the truth. And sometimes we're embellishing because we're having a good time. Not saying we don't give our real opinion, but sometimes we forget people are watching and we're just giving an opinion. Sometimes I just want to argue with Jay Black. Sometimes I just really do. I just want to disagree with him. Sometimes I do. I don't know how to explain this to people. And I'm not. And if you try and get me to explain it and you want an explanation and you seriously have an attitude with it, then we probably shouldn't be in a relationship because I can't explain it to myself. And I've been trying to tell people that. I drove around twice. The second time around, I rolled my window down to ask the guy in the lot if I was at the right place. Very deceiving. Yeah, it was. For a second. I was out there. Did lady Kathy did? What's that?
Katie did, lady.
Who is the Kate? Oh, the Candy? Is that
Yes.
We talked about how assertive those women were. No, they were assertive. It was not a game. They were, yes. If they sold weed, we'd all be high. We would all be high.
Sell water to a well. Do you understand? Like, these are professionals, okay? These are professional women. They can sell water to a well. Love
yeah, not the church, KT. Hey,
I don't think so either. And I don't know who asked you about their church, but
I think it's a function the church is doing.
I don't anything that got to do with church people. I just don't think that
she must know. Oh, she must know you're the pastor of the church. That anybody can get it. Yeah, I got my own church. So maybe that's what it was. Maybe they felt that. Her church is where the pastor dictated. Yeah, he might. I don't know. He might. Mike got a standing O. Well, yeah, I guess it was. I guess it was standing O technically. I guess it was. Thank you. Random Rick. I'm holding on to mine. Gonna save it for a special occasion.
Don't hold on to the Katie Diz. Just go ahead and pop it open and eat them.
Oh, wait a second. It was organic. It was organic. I thought you said the candy bar was organic. I said, nah, that candy bar was no damn organic. People cracking up. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Clark. Thank you. Morning, Jeanette. What's going on? Your brother ain't coming on. I had a funny feeling he wasn't jumping on here. Mo, my auntie, asked me what we talked about on the podcast. I said mostly nothing. Exactly.
People ask me all the time. They're like, "Oh, a podcast? Well, what is it about?" I said, "Some of everything.
Some of everything. Some of everything.
We have guests. We have interviews. We have, some days where we just talk about life, trending topics.
Mm-hmm.
There's never like a stability to the show in terms of topics, right?
Yeah. It could be absolutely anything. All right, so let me get to Ray J. I didn't even know this was going on. The huge podcast, I guess one of the big ones, Aiden Ross, put together this event where everybody fighting, everybody boxing, everybody's fighting. So somehow he got Ray J to fight a guy named Super Hot Fire. Now, Super Hot Fire, I guess it's a podcast, but also has been in these fights before. Mm-hmm. So I'm at my high paying job. And Shakir says, "You see the fight?" I said, "What fight?" I said, I didn't know nobody was fighting. And he said, "Ray, do you see the Ray J fight?" I said, "No." So it was on Twitch. We're on Twitch. It was on Twitch. So Ray J, I had seen the promotion for the fight, and Ray J was talking crazy. Ray J was saying some inappropriate things that he just says weird shit now that I don't know if Ray J is trying to tell us something. I don't know, but he told the guy after they fight, he's going to F him, like sexually F him. And I was like, I don't know where this prison vernacular and comments come from. I don't know why he finds it necessary to do that, but that's what he wants to do. So the first round, told that the guy didn't throw one punch, and the guy was like, go ahead, whatever. And then it opened up in the second round.
He's okay. There it is. Oh, there it is.
Oh shit.
Okay.
All right, you want me to
So you was fucking around.
right, left, right,
Here it comes.
left.
Okay. So he was just talking shit. Okay. Oh, wow.
He was playing, I told you.
I think he's doing this for like Trevor.
Oh!
I felt
So because my Wi-Fi, but he got. I just want to play. I want to replay. Let me get the replay. I mean, he took an official L. Like he took a back. Oh, let's bring it back a little bit more. Let's bring it
Shit.
back
Okay.
a little-
Oh,
Here it
wow.
comes.
He
Here it
was
comes.
playing, I told you.
I think he's doing this for like Trevor.
Oh!
I felt
If you've ever watched boxing before, when somebody freezes you, when they hit you and your body just freezes, like you play a freeze tag and then you fall, it's one of the most. And Ray J is lucky that he ain't do what most boxers do, because when your body freezes like that in midair, they normally hit you with two more because it looks very pretty. It's violent, but it looks very pretty. But I want to see the freeze. And Mo watches a lot of boxing. The
I
freeze.
did. That's why I'm like,
I think he's doing this for like Trevor.
Wi-Fi is so choppy today. I gotta get my Wi-Fi extenders. Hold on, one more time. I want to just show you the
Doing this
freeze.
for like Trevor.
Right there. You see his body just froze. He's already been punched, and his body freezes right there. His body says something happened, and his brain said something very bad happened, and it hurts a lot. It hurts a lot.
I felt
So,
I mean,
the interesting part to this whole thing is that they do a post-fight interview. But the post-fight interview don't sound the way we're used to post-fight interviews sounding. The post-fight interview, Ray J almost spills the beans that this was supposed to be rigged. And I think somebody didn't follow the script
Right.
again.
right.
And I've never seen somebody do a post-fight interview when the interviewer is making fun of them. Go ahead.
Oh shit. Is Ray J? I ain't gonna lie, Ray J, you got a good ass haircut too though, bro. That's what matters most. So come here right beside. Is you good? Hell no.
Hell no.
What the fuck just happened?
Bro. What the fuck, bro?
You talked all that tough shit. Hold on, don't talk to him. You don't deserve to talk to him. What the fuck was that? You done got a good ass haircut and then came here and got stunned.
Yo, I thought we had a plan.
What the fuck you just say? Hot, super hot. Come here. Come on.
Like a motherfucker, bro. Damn, bro. Like that? For real, my nigga? That's janky as fuck.
Nigga, say what you gotta say, man.
I don't want to say too much because I don't want to get nobody in trouble, but damn, my nigga. Nigga, we took a L tonight.
Yeah, that was the L. So he kept saying, I thought there was a plan.
So these celebrity fights, right? You know, when they pair people up, first of all, both of them got dad bods, okay? But I think one of them used to
he was involved in different fights. He does different fights,
Yeah. But Ray J, you know, his body was dad bodding. Like it looked like he just had like a couple of cheese steaks and fries with cheese whiz on it and all that kind of stuff. But listening to him, I'm almost certain that there was some type of backdoor deal that was like, we're gonna get out here, we're gonna play around or whatever, we're gonna make it look real, we're gonna right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And I think that Super Hot caught him off guard with that under I don't know if you're gonna have to play it back for me again because I was trying to see what it was, but it looked like he got an uppercut.
He caught him. It looked like it was weird. I had some different angles on it, and I don't know if I downloaded it.
I need to see more angles from it.
Mo needs to see more angles.
But I'm a boxing thing.
It's the Ray J fight.
It happened so quick. I don't know if it was the uppercut.
Let's see.
okay.
There it is. All right. That's where he started opening up on him. See, I think Ray J's already when Ray J got hit in that flurry, Ray J was already stunned. So so now he's gonna come walking forward.
You want me to say you was fucking around? right, left. Okay. So he was just talking shit. Okay. Oh wow.
He was playing. I told you.
I think he's doing this for like.
It was a left hook.
Okay.
Yeah, it was left
but
hook.
He lost. So before that left hook, he lost his legs.
Yeah.
Right before they even came, before he came back for that.
Yeah.
Once you see a boxer do that, they're not gonna hold up for that, and that's professional even for professional boxers. You want a wing and a prayer. You want a wing and a prayer once you lose your legs in boxing, and it seemed like he lost his legs right away. But I still think that even the way that he was like advancing towards him when Super Hot was on the ropes, I feel like it was like one of those things like, nigga, remember we said we was gonna play this out for like 4 or 5 rounds. And it just seemed like they had some type of agreement. And then once Ray J started talking and was like, yeah, really, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to get nobody in trouble, but really, I think that there was a deal.
I mean, I think there was a deal with the Jake Paul when he just got destroyed by what's his name? Why can't I think of the heavyweight's name now from London? The big
Fury, Tyson Fury.
No, he fought the black guy. He got knocked out by.
Okay.
What the hell? Why can't I think of this dude's name? Because he got into a severe car accident after that, where his best friend died, and a lot of people think that had a lot to do with him not following the script. That's the conspiracy.
Conspiracy.
How can I think of his name all of a sudden? That is crazy. I gotta stop doing that. I need some memory pills or something. Tyson, he was supposed to fight Tyson Fury. Now that's gonna stick with me. How do I not remember this dude's name? He's all cut up and anyway. So yeah, I don't think they followed the script, and I think Ray J was pissed, but there's only so much Ray J can say. Number one, because he don't want to get into a financial disputes with Aiden Ross. Right. Aiden Ross might have set the whole thing up.
And the whole the promoters and whoever else was, signing off on this deal. I'm pretty sure he didn't want to lose any money and then maybe in any future earnings. So, but I think that his ego was bruised enough for him to let us know, like, it wasn't supposed to go down like this.
This is what and maybe this is me being a snob. This is what your career is, Ray J. Like, this is the culmination of all them years of being a TV actor, really releasing music.
Yeah.
Like a few, 1 or 2 classics that we still play right now. One Wish. That we could play right now. And I know these people don't care. I know they don't care. I know it's the climate that is all about getting the bag. It's all about getting the bag. It's all about. If this ain't, like, I get it. We justify everything of what we do by how much money we make. There's got to be a point where you sit in your room and you watch your sister Brandy on tour with Monica.
Ain't that Brandy's brother?
And you in a boxing ring getting knocked the fuck out. And I get the justification. I know people, everything is about the money, it's about the bread, it's about the chicken, it's about all of that's all I know.
Well, I mean, Mike, first of all, Ray J's not hurting for money.
I don't know anymore.
So let me say this. Don't be deceived. I mean, rich people have rich people problems, right? So what we think is wealthy may not be wealthy to them. But do y'all remember he had the Scooty bike? He had the electric bikes before they were like really, really the industry was really saturated with the electronic bike. He had the Scooty bike. Then he had these ear pods. He done had a whole lot of little tech gadgets, low key, that has done very well for him.
Yeah, so he gained significant business success as a co-founder of the consumer electronic brand Raycon, which sold millions of earbuds. He later sold his entire stake in the company to focus on ventures. They said his estimated net worth, which is always around about $14 million. So that's my thing is, then what is it about doing this shit? If I got $14 million and they're not offering me at least half of my net worth, I'm not jumping in the ring and getting and catching a concussion. But I guess it's all about just how much money there is to make. Ray J did have a lot of gadgets going on at one time, plus some residuals from the TV shows. I just, there's got to be a moment in time. I mean, I don't know. Maybe being a celebrity is so intoxicating that it's by any means necessary to keep your face. And with all these clips and everything, I'm sure he's making money off of social media, and this probably promotes more money. But I don't get getting your head beat up when you $14 million deep.
That's because $14 million to us, we know our children's children could live off of that, right? But for somebody who's wealthy and lives a wealthy lifestyle,
and living in California, he might need this money. This might be essential to keep the financial, keeping it fluid, keeping money coming in. He might.
Yes.
This might be part of. I mean, but we're going to add that to our knockout list. We got this one. Now we got. Oh yeah, that was that was even ugly. That was. But you might be right. This might be a necessary venture that he has to take on in order, because $14 million sounds like a lot living in Mount Laurel. $14 million is not a lot living in Calabasas or wherever he lives. I don't think he lives in Calabasas, but wherever he lives.
Even if he lived in LA, let's just say he lived in LA in a high rise or whatnot, that's still a lot of money. If you look on some of these websites, and they always have the personal realtors to find like the hidden gems or whatever. But you're talking about some of these places are like $32,000, $50,000 a month to lease. So even if he doesn't own his own property in Calabasas or wherever, if he's renting an apartment to fit his lifestyle.
All right, so here we go. Ray J's primary real estate portfolio, consists of property values ranging from 2.7 million to 6 million, depending on the specific home, because he frequently transitions between renting and buying luxury real estate in California. His exact primary residence value fluctuates. So he got multiple. He got the Bel Air mansion, 6.1 million. Ray J famously lived in a 6.1 million Bel Air mansion, but that was way back, featured during MTV Cribs. He may not have that. That was records indicate he leased this 6,000 square foot luxury home for roughly $20,000 a month rather than owning it.
See?
Yeah, he might have had to take this.
Think he could $20,000 a month, Mike, just to pay rent. You could run through 14 million easy. And
I'd be fighting.
He says 14 million is his liquidated assets.
Exactly. The hidden. He also has the hidden
club. He got alimony. He got child support.
Prior to his marriage, Ray J purchased a contemporary home in the guarded, gated Hidden Hills neighborhood for $2.7 million. The property is located in the same affluent in cave populated by the Kardashian family. So he is all right.
It's an older neighborhood. But the taxes, what the
taxes is
I pay
crazy.
taxes.
The Woodlawn Hills mansion owned by Ray J and his sister Brandy's parents. Oh, so this is in conjunction with them. It's 7,000 square feet. All right, so maybe he got to fight. Maybe you're right, Ray J. Maybe you're right.
He don't want to mess up them future earnings.
Maybe you're right, Ray J. Maybe you're right.
Saying.
So after the Ray J thing, I had this for last week. I didn't get to play it. This is the weirdest Dr. Umar threat. This is the weirdest Dr. Umar threat. And I mean weird. Because it's almost like he's telling all the celebrities, if you do it again, this was going, like, I'm going to let you pass on this one. And we'll get to this, and then we'll get to the sad story that happened. Let's see. Dr. Umar, where you at? Dr. Umar? So this is his threat. All right, this is a threat. Let's see. It just sounded weird to me, man. Just there, click on, and Dr. Umar threatening after the roast. After Kevin Hart roast, he's threatening everybody.
Art, I'm going to say this. Draymond Green, Lamar Odom, Regina Hall, Tiffany Haddish, Lizzo, Cheryl Underwood, and every other black person. As a spokesman for the black freedmen of this country, as a spokesman for the black African race, I'm the most popular grassroots spokesman in the world for my people. Y'all get a pass on Mother's Day. I'm giving them a pass, Art. One pass. But I want Kevin Hart to know, and I don't care who in Philadelphia don't like it. I don't care. I'm letting Lizzo know. I'm letting Cheryl Underwood know. I'm letting Draymond Green know. Tiffany Haddish, Regina Hall, although Regina Hall stood her ground. If y'all ever let white people do this to us again, if y'all ever sit at a comedy show and let white people insult and castrate, verbally castrate, and humiliate and shame the black race like y'all did on Mother's Day, we will cancel y'all too. And I'm not playing. Y'all black entertainers better stop playing with the self-respect of black people. You black football players, you black basketball players, you rappers, you goofy ass rappers, you singers, you actors, you dancers, you comedians. I'm telling you now, white folk are going to try to use them, Art. They're going to try to use them to bring back the modern day minstrel show by humiliating us in their faces. And I'm letting the whole black entertainment world know right now, we will march on your ass. We will march on your house. We will boycott your movies. Don't play with me. I'm telling y'all now, I'm talking to every black entertainer in this country. Don't play with me. If you think we're going to sit by and allow you to let white people make a mockery of black people so you can get paid, you got another thing coming. Pass. Draymond, I know you.
All right. Well, that's the with everything glitching right now. That is the gist. I guess he deserves a round of applause. I guess.
Well, Mike, hold the applause. Hold the applause. First of all, Dr. Umar, respectfully, he is not the spokesperson for all of us black people. There are some things that
Watch
he said.
your mouth. He's the number one grassroots. Yeah, so go ahead. Watch your mouth with Dr. He'll put you on his list. Watch your mouth, but go ahead. Go ahead.
He is not the spokesperson. So I wish people would just stop saying as the leading official of this particular sector of the blacks or the just say, make your point known. You don't have to put all your accolades and your titles to make it official. if what you're saying makes sense, then that's official enough. I hate when he does that.
Well, I guess everybody has to put their title in at some point. I agree with you. I don't think it has to be necessary.
Umar is like, do you have to say I'm the leader of the blacks? I am the grassroots leader of the blacks. I'm like, do we really?
I don't know. Because the warning is weird to me, but I get the gist because the second part, and that's the thing, you got to listen to the whole thing. The second part of it is, I agree with him on the second part of what he's saying.
Verbally castrate and humiliate and shame the black race like y'all did on Mother's Day, we will cancel y'all too. And I'm not playing. Y'all black entertainers better stop playing with the self-respect of black people. You black football players, you black basketball players, you rappers, you goofy ass rappers, you singers, you actors, you dancers, you comedians. I'm telling you now, white folk are going to try to use them, Art. They're going to try to use them to bring back the modern day minstrel show by humiliating us in their faces.
And that part of it,
he didn't lose me on the message. He didn't lose me on the message. I do agree that we need to, I mean, as black entertainers, people who are out there, you know, stop being used. I agree. But however, sometimes it's not the message, it's the messenger. And so he just needs to just be careful about when you're putting things out there. People already know who you are. You're a brand. Dr. Umar is already a brand. We know that. But don't take away from what you're trying to say because you want to give this whole who am I am this, I am that before you even get to the message.
But and I can't disagree with that, but I will say this. It is up to you as you watch it, for me, to not let that cloud the fact that this is what the landscape is. This is what they're trying to do, and they're trying to use a check to get anybody to compromise, and they're trying to use people in situations, some people in situations that they feel they have no other alternative. I will say Cheryl Underwood. I think Cheryl took a lot of that because she knew that this was an opportunity that she had to take to further the career, and nobody ever knows the financial pressures that somebody has, whether you think that's an excuse or not. Then you got the other people that are just so adamant about wanting to be a part of the fucking entertainment business that they don't care what they will go for anything. They don't care how it affects the culture. They don't care how it affects other people. They don't care that they're feeding directly into a plan that has been in the works. They have been trying to take us back to 1776. They're every part of their anatomy wants 17. They can't wait to get to that Constitution. And I know people be like, well, what do they have to do with that? It's the normalizing. It's the normalizing of brutal acts and brutal words against a particular race or multiple races of people, black and brown people, that when you normalize it, it becomes second nature. And next thing you know, the entertainment business is back to having us. And it's not like we're that far. It's not like we're that far in this entertainment business from being right back to just playing waitresses and maids.
The minstrel shows.
The minstrel shows. It's not like we're that far.
The Shetland circuits. Don't
get comfortable. Don't get comfortable because of sinners. And we got somebody. Is this the person you invited on here?
Yes.
Okay. Who is it?
So we passed the story or whatever, and I know we're gonna come back to it. But that's Breadman Boxing. He is a professional boxing trainer, and of course he's been on Showtime. Some of his boxers have been on HBO. Boxing. So straight out of Philadelphia.
Straight out of Philly.
Edwards, yes.
All right, in the building. All right, what's good?
How y'all doing this morning?
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good
So
morning.
can can you do me a favor? Can you turn the phone sideways? Can you get it like this so we can get we can get your. Sometimes you may
that
have a
better?
lock.
One
No,
more
it
time.
didn't. One more time. Go again. Turn it all the way around. See if you get it. I don't think he's gonna get it because he might have it locked or something.
Yeah, you must have your screen locked.
I
Reggie,
don't know.
turn it this way.
All right, just leave it like that. First of all, I don't know how Mo got you to get on our show this early in the morning on a goddamn Memorial Day. I appreciate you, Mr. Edwards. I appreciate you. She knows I'm a huge boxing fan, and you where part of Philly you from?
I'm from West Philly, but I grew up uptown off of, near Broad Island, near Central High School.
Okay, and if you don't mind, I'm trying to see if you look a lot younger than me. You look a lot, but I'm not sure because you just might have taken care of yourself. You might not have done what I did.
I'm class of 94 from high school.
Okay, so you are younger than me. Oh, so 94. Are you familiar with a fighter, a former heavyweight who fought for the title, Eddie Chambers?
Yes.
You're familiar. And are you familiar with his former trainer, senior, Rob Murray Sr., who passed away?
I'm very familiar with Rob. That was my old head, man. I used to go on his radio show down on Delaware Avenue back in the day. Me and his son is real cool.
Yes, and Rob Murray, his son, is that's a family member to me. And he was my old head. He used to have me up on WURD, and we talk boxing forever and talk about. And God bless him, rest in peace. It's a small world. It's a small world. So I don't know. You saw did you see the Ray J fight? And I hate to disrespect you by asking you about the Ray J fight. This is so disrespectful.
I saw what happened. I don't kind of watch that stuff, man, because it's like sometimes, it's kind of like messed up for the fighters that's really on their grind and that's really working and going through the amateur system, and you like investing so much money in their careers. And then these celebrities come along and they kind of like tainting the sport. So I really, people do what they got to do to make their money, but I don't really like indulge in too many of those kind of shows. But I did see what happened to Ray J. People got to be careful, man, getting in that ring. One of these celebrities is going to get hurt, and they got to get better self-awareness. I see these rappers, they hitting pads with people and they putting it on video and they can't fight. And then you got these guys, they talking all crazy online and then they can't fight. That's just going to just like perpetuate trouble in the streets, because now these guys are saying that you can't fight. I don't understand why they keep doing this. I see 90% of them embarrass themselves, man. And Ray J, unfortunately, he embarrassed himself.
You know what? That is a good angle. That when I watch that, because when you expose yourself to not being able to fight, and you're a celebrity who's been talking that talk, and now you walking in that, and it would probably lead to you more gunplay because you can't fight now.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous, and at this point, if you gotta have some kind of self-awareness. If you want to learn how to fight, just do it in private, but don't put it out for public consumption like that. Some of the rappers that I see like online hitting pads and boxing, I'm like, why would you do that so the whole world could see? Like I'm not that good at golfing. I'm not gonna go online and golf. I don't understand that. It's so weird that these people put this stuff up for public consumption like that. I don't know what kind of check Ray J made, but I don't know if it's worth the embarrassment that he was gonna have to go through after getting knocked out like that.
But Steven, you know what it is? You are entrenched in boxing as a lifestyle and a respect, and you have a respect for it. And I don't think they care that they look horrible even when they're hitting the pads. And they for some reason, we're in a generation now, if you just make the noise, if you make the pad pop a little bit, that they think they're doing something. And honestly, I think a lot of these dudes think they're killing it. Even I remember a lot of people saw Blueface. Did you see the sparring when Blueface sparred with Floyd Mayweather?
Yes, I did see that.
And people were really coming up to me, and I've never boxed. I've just been following boxing since the late 70s. And it's something being in my family, you had to watch boxing. Is something that I love watching. I hate to see where the sport is gone, even though I still have hope for it. when you watch this, and I try to tell people were coming up to me like, "Yo, Blueface could be a fighter. Did you see him spar with Floyd? Yo, he could be a fighter." I said, "Dude, do you what did you think Floyd was going to do to him?"
Well, you know what, Mike? I'm gonna tell you something. Out of most of the rappers, the dude Blueface do have some talent.
He does. He does.
He's a lot better than Ray J. I don't want to say anybody else because you asked me about Ray J, but he's a lot better than a lot of guys. I could tell that he knows how to carry himself. I wasn't referring to him. He's not bad. I'm not saying he could be a world champion or anything of that nature. But when you look at him, you know that he has a foundation. You know he's been in the ring before. You know he's excelled at some type of athletics. I don't know his background, but I'm pretty sure that he played basketball or football. I could just tell by the way his body moved. He's not the kind of guy that's just going to get beat up and taken advantage of. It's a little bit different with him. He can carry himself well. You know, I'm not going to critique him and act like I know he could be a world champion because that's not reality.
But that was my thing, and let's separate it because Blueface does obviously have talent and stuff of that nature. But I was trying to tell people, I was saying, you do understand, in order to do something in this significant in boxing, you have to dedicate your life in this.
Yeah, that's the part I was about to say. Like just because you can fight a little bit, that doesn't mean you can make it in boxing. The cutting the weight constantly, you're supposed to abstain from sex, to not be able to drink alcohol and do drugs and party and all that kind of stuff. It's just not worth it to some guys. See, that's the other part that people forget. The dedication that you need. Like people think it's a vacation when you go away to the hotels to a fight, but it's not. All you doing is prepping for the fight, going to fighters meetings, making sure the fighter cuts weight. As soon as the weigh-in comes, then you rehydrate them, putting everything back on. You fight the next day, and then you go home the next day. So it's not the vacation that people think it is. And if you don't have that mindset, you won't ever make it because the dedication, these guys, it's not normal to not have sex for a month, but these guys have to do that. It's not normal to cut 25 pounds when you're not even fat, but they have to do that. So it's more to it than just being able to fight a little bit.
So let's talk about Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner right now, and as a person who has been who's going through the struggle with alcohol and is in sobriety, living my sobriety life right now, I see Adrian Broner. I played a clip last week when Adrian was 27 years old, and Paulie Malignini was talking to him. And this is after all the craziness that had happened. You know, he had said he stole Paulie's side chick and all that. And they were having a real conversation. And he was like, dog, be careful because you're outspoken and people want to see you fail. He was giving this heartfelt, put your money somewhere. He said, because this is going to end. And when it ends, nobody's going to be there. When you see Adrian Broner, first of all, it hurts my heart because I don't wish that on anybody. I don't wish that on anybody. When you see fighters, it's almost like this is the usual of what happens to fighters. It's not like football players or basketball players where they have a pension. When you see Adrian Broner, what are your thoughts when you see him? He goes from the heights of people prepping him to be the next Floyd, which I thought was unfair, to where he is now. What are your thoughts when you see him?
Actually, I've had a couple of fighters signed to the same promotional company as Adrian Broner. So I don't know him like really, really well personally, but me and his coach was very cool. He has a coach named Mike Stafford who passed away a few years ago from out of Cincinnati. He produced a lot of really good amateurs. Yes. So that was my guy. And I've been around Adrian Broner and his team. He had a real cool guy I used to be with him all the time. I think his name was Jake, but he used to always show me love. He was a good kid. But it's tragic. You know, I don't like to see that, you know, kind of be exploited a little bit and have to like make money online. And, you know, Adrian Broner's not even 40 years old, man. You know, he's not even 40. And that's tragic. You know, sometimes I'm really cool with Paulie Malignaggi, and Paulie was was right. You know, people want to see you fail like that. They'll help you. They'll help you. So, you know, people kind of like laughing at him now, and you know, with his current place, you know, and I just hope, you know, don't nothing bad happen out of it, because it kind of like looked like it's going in a tough direction, man. When you got to be online, being high and drunk, and with all the testosterone and ready to fight and stuff like that, that nothing's good could come out of that. You know what I mean? Hopefully everything be okay for him, man. But he's in a tough spot, you know. I believe he has a lot of children, and sometimes when you look irresponsible outside of the ring, sometimes that carries you to everything you're doing. So, you know, he may not have saved his money. He may not have put his money away, because there is no pensions in boxing. You got to contribute to your own pension. You have to pay your own taxes, you know. So those are a lot of responsible things that you have to do. And I'm not saying he do or he don't. I don't know. But, you know, it doesn't look promising, because the IRS will wait for you to get your money. They come take your money. It's tough on the other side of your career. You know, that's one thing that I put myself the most in, that the most prominent fighter I had was a kid named Julian J. Williams. And if he chose to fight again, it's because he wants, not because he has to. Because he invested in a life insurance policy that he could borrow off of whenever he wants. He has about 25 houses.
Wow.
I know that Joker got about 7 figures in the bank, and he got a good rental income, that passive income that comes every month from the rent on his properties. So if Julian he's about the same age as Broner, they're pretty cool. But if he chose not to fight ever again, then he don't have to fight again. He can't live the most extravagant lifestyle and get on jets, but he don't have to worry about working, and he don't have to worry about money. So that's I'm really proud of the job that I did with him, as far as not having to worry about anything after boxing. But sometimes, man, it's really hard to tell a grown man what to do with their money and how to act and how not to act. And it can burn you out, you know, when you tell a fighter, hey man, don't drink. Hey man, don't touch that girl. Hey man, make sure you pay your taxes. It's tough, Mike. It's tough. Like, they start arguing with you. They start telling you, you know, you're not my dad. I do what I want to do. A lot comes with that. So you got to pick and choose your spots. And I know people probably say, like, about Broner, the people around him failed him. We don't know that, because we don't know how much they tried to do and he didn't allow them to do it. You know what I mean? We don't know. All I know is that Mike Stafford was a really, really good guy. And he had a lot of young amateurs, and he brought a lot of them up. Adrian Broner, they had a big team out of that Cincinnati area. And he did a great job, and they all made a lot of money. But I don't know. I hope that somebody steps in and gives Broner a chance to make some money without having to hurt himself. You know what I mean? Without having to do these things. Because that drinking and stuff like that, man, you know, his face is swollen now. You know, he like looks a little bit big, you know, and then somebody might tempt him and try to pay him some money to come back in the ring. And you shouldn't be taking punches if your body is not right. So hopefully, I'm rooting for Broner. Hopefully, you know, in this like podcasting space where hopefully he can make some money, and he don't have to take no kind of physical punishment and try to come back to boxing.
All right, let me just do a personal. I gotta get, because now Mo done opened up a can of worms. I was in Dallas. I was in Dallas for like 9 years, working on radio, doing comedy in Dallas, and I had the honor to be in Errol Spence's training camp, and where he trained at. Me and his trainer got super cool, and it was the first time that I got to experience somebody training 20 rounds and starting with a welterweight, then moving up, and then he would finish his sparring with a heavyweight. I had never been that close, where it was just like 10 people in the ring, 10 people around the ring watching somebody. I had never heard a body shot make that type of noise. Like I'd never, like I had to keep myself from flinching. I had to keep myself from being a bitch and being like, what the fuck was
you was flinching?
No, I'd never heard those shots. Like, and I'm like 2 feet away from it. Fast forward, they had been trying to get a Canelo fight. Everybody wanted Canelo. and it went through. He went through some tough fights in Errol Spence. He finally came to the Crawford fight. Listen, I was biased because I had seen this man train, and I was blind, and I didn't want to see that Terrence Crawford basically can do anything he wants in a ring. And I was there when the car accident happened. I was there when all the drama happened in Dallas, and life got turned upside down when he was supposed to die, and he survived and everything like that. He makes a lot of money. In the back of my mind, I was sitting there thinking what you just said. I hope he kept this money because I don't want to see him fight again. Now, the rumors are that he might be fighting again. What is your opinion on Errol Spence fighting again? And would you, if you were in his ear, what would be your advice?
Me and Errol Spence are actually real cool, and I worked him out, and we were training together. I wasn't training him, but 3 separate occasions we were training together. When he was looking for a trainer, he actually came out to Philly a couple of times. So I'm very familiar with Errol Spence. The promotional company that I was telling you about, they had Errol Spence, Adrian Broner, and Julian Williams all at the same time. So I've been around Earl and his trainer. You're talking about Derek James, right?
Derek. I used to talk to Derek all
I've
the
been
time.
around them several times. They real good people. He's fighting in July in Australia against a guy named Tim Tszyu. So he's already, his fight is already scheduled. He's already in camp. He's training out with a trainer from Texas named Ronnie Schill, a great trainer. So that's who we picked for the job. As far as him fighting again, I think he's going to win the fight. I think he's going to actually win the fight. So he looked great the last time he came out here. He I don't know what he's done as far as his personal life, but the last time I saw him, he looked awesome. Everything about him, his body, he was very cognizant. He spoke really well. He looked good while he was training. He looked good, to be totally honest with you. And he was strong, and he sparred, and we hit the pads. We did a lot of stuff. He's a strong dude. So I think he's going to win the fight, Mike. I don't know what his medical diagnosis is. I would never ask a fighter stuff like that. They would have to divulge it to me. So when people say he shouldn't fight, I can't say that because I don't know exactly what was wrong with him from his accident. But from what I saw in the gym, he looked really good.
And I'm so glad that you said that. Because I haven't been around him in years now. I left Dallas in 20. It was way before he actually did the Crawford fight. I'm so worried that sometimes when a fighter, and you know a lot better than me, sometimes when a fighter takes that type of brutal beating, it almost seems like they're just never the same, and being all of a sudden punches hurt them that didn't used to hurt them. Does that make sense?
It can happen. We have to see, you got to kind of see. Sometimes fighters don't respond well from losses. Sometimes they do. Everybody is different.
Right.
We got to see. I tell you one thing, Mike, he looked good in sparring up here.
I'm so glad to hear that, yo.
He was so glad to hear that. And he had a bad attitude, and he was asking for more rounds. So he wasn't there's a term gun shy. He wasn't gun shy. That's kind of mean if you got PTSD from something bad happening to you in the fight. He didn't care at all. He's yo, I want to work more rounds. He's a quiet dude, but he's an animal inside the gym.
Yes.
So he didn't appear to have any fearful energy about him. He was on go. So we just have to see. I'm not saying that he didn't have a serious accident or serious medical condition, because certainly, judging by the look of the accident when the car was flipping over, that was serious. But what I am saying is that he looked good when I saw him. And if he keeps progressing from there and getting better throughout camp, I think he's going to win the fight. The only problem is going all the way to Australia. That's a long flight. And fighters, when you have to perform after you go somewhere for that long, be on a flight that long, your body is a little off. It's a new time zone. You're dehydrated. You feel a little bit funny. So hopefully he travels well and his body's okay with that. And he gets out there in time so he can get acclimated to the time zone, because I think they're 12, 13 hours ahead of us or something. So it's a little different out there.
Yeah, getting out there early is crucial. I haven't watched it's been a long time since my feelings were hurt when a fighter that I rooted for lost. It's been a long. I want to say it hasn't been since like Ali or maybe Trinidad. Maybe when Trinidad got beat up by Bernard Hopkins. That Errol Spence fight with Terrence Crawford, really, I was sad. How much better is Terrence Crawford than everybody else? Or is he?
You know what, Mike? Terrence Crawford is a super special fighter, but sometimes a guy could just be having his night that night, where even though they're great, they go to like the next level. Like Crawford fought a perfect fight that night. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you just got to just tip your hat and just say, my God, he was just perfect. That's the only thing I could say. So, but it doesn't mean that he's that much better than everybody else, because there's guys that actually gave him tougher fights than Earl did.
Right.
Sometimes on that particular night, you know, a guy can just look like super special, but Crawford is super special. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that he would do that to every single fighter that he faces. You know, it's a little different. There's some good fighters out here, but Crawford's retired, so you know he's one of the best fighters I've ever seen. But I wouldn't assume that he could do that to everybody, Mike. It don't kind of work like that. Like the Eagles blew out Kansas City in the Super Bowl, that doesn't mean they're gonna beat everybody like that. You know what I mean? That's just sometimes on that night the guys meet, and it was like nothing Earl could do that night. I kind of felt bad looking at it too. I'm cool with both trainers, so I kind of didn't want to comment too much on the fight, but I didn't like seeing Earl lose like that either. That was tough to look at.
Go ahead, Mo. That hurt my heart, and I'm going to follow up on that. Go ahead, Mo.
Speaking of hurting your heart, Michael Sean, you know, all of this testosterone in the room, we're talking about boxing. You know, I'm a huge boxing fan, but we're leaving out the women. Like, what do you think about first of all, have you ever trained a female boxer?
I've had a couple work out with me. Actually, a world champion came to work out with me. I don't want to say her name, but she was like looking for a trainer, and she came and worked out with me. And but I never officially trained her. She was from another country, so I have worked out with this girl's really good. She's an undefeated world champion currently right now. But I've never trained any for a professional fight.
What do you think about the state of female boxing? Like, we're seeing this big shift and transition. What do you think about the state of female boxing? You know, of course, social media is blowing up right now with the war with Clarissa versus Alicia, you know, the war game on social media. What do you think about that? Because men do it all the time.
The state of women's boxing is in a great place. It's the highest place it's ever been. You know, it's a lot of shows. The pay scale has went up drastically. I mean, it's like the women weren't making a lot of money before, and now you got several women who are seven-figure fighters. So it's not like it's just one. Like back in the day, Christy Martin and Layla Ali was making all of the money. Now you have about 8 or 9 girls that are making a lot of money. Clarissa Shields, Alicia Baumgartner, Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano. Boxing is in a really, really good place for the women right now. So they're doing a great job. The promoters have really geared towards that market, and it's been good. But that's cool because the women put in the work. You know, that's a little bit different than like celebrities just jumping in the ring and taking the shine away from guys that's working all their life. The women are in the amateur system just like the men. Sometimes they even spar men. So I'm very happy for the women in boxing. They finally get to make a better living, you know, something that the WNBA's been fighting for, but the women finally have, got up to their pay scale, and you got several 7-figure women now.
And I give it to women's boxing. They'll rob a fighter in the ring just like the males, because I've seen some fights where I'm like, God damn, like that's how y'all scored that fight, like, and God bless them. But so with Floyd, did Floyd ruin boxing? This Devin Haney, Shakur, Tank, Ryan Garcia. Why don't these guys just fight each other? Because it's almost like they miss the window. Like
I can't say Floyd ruined boxing. I know you get
he
that.
fought
like,
everybody, but I mean,
like him.
Yeah. Go ahead.
They try to act like him and do things that he did, but everybody makes their own choices. I can't really say why they don't fight. I mean, we did get Ryan and Tank and Ryan versus Devin, but I really don't know. Sometimes it's promotional things. The one thing that people have to be careful of is when you speak on things that you don't really like all the way know about. So you'll have like a trainer may come on here and be like, well, this one is scared of that one. I don't know because I'm not in the negotiation room. Sometimes, Mike, it'll be like, you'll go to the table and you'll say it should be a 75-25 split, meaning the revenue of the fight, I get 75%, you get 25%. And you might look at me and be like, you're not more popular than me. We need to split this 50-50. And it's going back and forth. And then we just say, all right, we just walk away from the deal. Like, if you don't think you're worth 25%, you think you're worth 50%, we're not going to fight. And then you look at me and say, all right, F you, we won't fight. Then the general public might not know that. So, but the boxers do. And then, you have people arguing behind the scenes and we don't know. So I don't know why Devin and Shakur and Tank haven't fought. I honestly, I couldn't even tell you, but I would love to see the fights. I do think overall, not specifically with them, that a lot of fighters don't want to take a loss because of how brutal social media is. And the fans got access to you and they can tease you and they can talk crap about you. And that messes with your psyche when you keep hearing all those negative things about yourself. I really believe that that people have too much access to the fighters because we can't really filter them. Bro, I'm not like a superstar where I can't walk down the street, but I got to block one idiot a day. I'm telling you, I probably got 10,000 people on my block list. They'll just come to say anything to you, and I just block them. So, like fighters, that's another thing about fighters, right? It's hard to tell a 30-year-old man, hey, man, get off your social media for the next week. Don't even get on it. They're not going to listen to that. And then your psyche is up. The public can say all kinds of things about you, and it starts messing with your mind. You start saying, damn, am I really that good? Damn, did I look like crap that last fight? It starts messing with you. I really think that the fans have too much access to these fighters, man.
And I think that's a great point. And this is another thing that a gripe I have. Since I have a trainer, I want to say this. This is why I feel bad for Devin Haney. He took the chances. And I don't feel any type of way. I don't feel that Devin Haney's any less. But
what do you mean by that? Because of the Ryan Garcia fight?
Yeah, because then people jumped on Devin Haney and they're like, oh, he can't do that. I'm like, dog, he took the chance to fight the guy who's elite.
I think that's Ryan Garcia tested positive for steroids in that fight.
And that was my next question. Yeah.
The people that like talk crap about Devin Haney, they just don't like him because you don't criticize a fighter for losing to a fighter that tested positive for performance enhancing drugs. You talk about the fighter who tested positive, but you don't criticize the guy who got in the ring with him and fought his ass off. So people that are attacking Devin Haney, that's kind of misguided. That doesn't make any sense. They changed the outcome of that fight, Mike. That fight was changed to a no contest. So that fight, like, it's not even on his record. He's still undefeated. Now, he did take the punches. He did get knocked down. He did get hurt. But it was later found out that the guy was on PEDs. So I don't know why anybody would criticize Devin Haney about that. But we got some terrible fans. They don't really care, and they just don't like him. So they don't care that the other guy tested positive for drugs. But it does matter if you put performance enhancing drugs in your body. But I think Devin Haney is a terrific fighter. His dad's doing a great job with him, man. His dad's gonna wind up winning Manager of the Year. That kid makes a lot of money. He's undefeated, and he's won titles in 3 different weight divisions. So he's doing good.
And I was the old guy because I'm like, I gave him more credit. And I remember what Margarito did to Cotto when he put the metal piece in his gloves. And I said the same thing. I said, we got, like, y'all not gonna mention? Y'all just gonna tell me that he has a glass chin and he has a glass jaw, and y'all not gonna mention this. And it's almost like the weird
media,
thing now.
I'm glad you say that because you understand the media, man. The media can be so corrupt and so biased where they say things out of context. So if you leave something out, the lie could be in what you left out. You understand what I'm saying? The misdirection can be in what you left out. If you talk about Devin Haney's performance against Ryan Garcia and you don't bring up the fact that Ryan Garcia missed weight by 3 pounds and that he tested positive for drugs, then you're not being a responsible media member. what you're doing is you're pushing a narrative to make it to devalue Devin Haney instead of telling the whole truth. So, but we all just got to just think like you got to use your common sense. Who would leave out something so important? Just think about that. You have to be pushing the Ryan Garcia agenda, or you trying to smear Devin Haney, because why would you leave out one of the most important facts of the fight? Ryan Garcia missed weight, and Ryan Garcia tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs. Then you could talk about how he beat Devin Haney. You know what I mean? But you got to talk about the whole thing, and then you talk about the fact that the fight's result was changed around. So that kind of stuff don't go over my head. You got to talk about the fight in context. But I think Devin Haney is a terrific fighter. If he keeps it up, he's going to go to the Hall of Fame. He's doing great in his career.
Do you think we're going to see Tank in a ring again?
That's a good question. I'm going to say yeah. I'm going to say yeah because he's only 31. And at 31, if your body is still capable and you know you don't have a pension and you know you don't have a retirement and you can just go out and just make $5 to $10 million in one night, you kind of have to do it. Because we don't know how many people these young guys got to take care of. We don't know like how many children they have, how many siblings, if they got to take care of their parents. So it's hard to walk away when you know for a fact that you could go out and make some serious money. Now, when your pay starts to decline to a point where you've made millions and then you only making a couple 100,000, it's really not worth it to you physically anymore. But Tank is not to that point yet. If you're asking me if he's going to fight, the public is. So Tank can still go make minimum $5 million in one night. It's hard to pass that up. You know what I mean? He's only 31 years old. So to answer you, yes, I think he's going to fight. But I think he should hurry up and fight and stop taking so much time out of the ring because he's going to get rusty eventually.
He's going to get rusty eventually. Do you think Tank lost the fight against Frank Martin?
He knocked Frank Martin out. You talking about Lamont Roach?
Lamont Roach. I'm sorry, Lamont. I'm sorry. Yeah, I did get there wrong.
I was at that fight. I had fighters fight on the card. It was tough. I wasn't scoring the fight with a pen and pad. So sometimes people act like they was, but I wasn't. When you at a fight, you're not scoring a fight with a pen and pad. It was a really close fight. The knockdown should have been scored for Lamont Roach. You can't just take time out and take a knee.
Absolutely.
So the knockdown should have been scored for Lamont Roach. If you go by that, Lamont Roach should have won. But again, I'm gonna say it in context because I like both fighters. I'm cool with both trainers. I'll say this part in context. If they would have scored the knockdown against Tank, Tank would have fought harder. He would have fought differently because he knew he would have had to make up for 1 point. So it's hard to say, well, if they scored the knockdown for Lamont, Tank, he would have beat Tank, but Tank would have fought different going into those last couple of rounds because he would have knew he had to win them in a different kind of way. That being said, it looked like Lamont got a little bit of the better of it. It looked like Lamont edged it, but it was close and I wasn't scoring it with a pen and paper. So it's hard for me to say definitively, but like watching it, Lamont may have edged it, but it's hard to say.
They need to give you a microphone.
They should have fought again.
They need to give you a microphone at one of these because I love you. You think Lamont won, but I love the way you preface it with it. I think he got the best of them. But you think Lamont, and I want to ask you this question. When a fighter doesn't take an immediate rematch off a high profile fight like that, does it make you think that Tank in the back of his mind was like, I did lose the fight? When a fighter isn't adamant about wanting, because he could have gotten the fight again.
You know what? Tank should have fought him again. To be honest, like if a guy give you that kind of fight where you walk away from it and more people think you lost than think you won, and y'all have the Lamont is from DC and Tank is from Baltimore, so you got the natural built-in rivalry right there. It's a big money fight. The whole DMV would have been like interested in the fight. You can't say it wasn't worth any money. You can't say it wasn't competitive. As a big Tank fan, you know, I think that that's going to come back to bite him as far as like people looking at his legacy. Like when you had a real tough fight and it was scored to draw, you didn't run it back. So it would have been the honorable thing to do would have been run it back to try to score a definitive victory. So that's a little bit of a stain on Tank's maybe resume. Like the one time where you had a tough fight that was scored to draw, which is a tie, and it's something that nobody wants, you didn't run it back. Hopefully they could fight, because I think Lamont deserves the big payday. He did a great job. He did better than anybody thought he was going to do. But it's kind of up to Tank, because Tank is the one that drives the money. So we got to see what Tank wants to do. But I was hearing he had some legal issues, so maybe that's what kept him out of the ring. You know, that's a possibility. It's hard to go in the ring when you have a lot of stuff on your mind.
And I want to, and people will be like, well, he don't need this here. And I always remind people, listen, I think Floyd is a genius in the ring. I think he is an absolute genius on what he did. And I watched Floyd fight Chop Corley, and that was a war. A lot of people just remember Floyd being defensive or whatever. I watched him fight wars with people. I saw what he did to Diego Corrales in his prime. And I remind people, when he fought Maidana the first time, he didn't have to go back and fight Maidana again. There was something that bothered him in that first fight, because that was a close fight. Like, I don't think anybody is robbed. I don't think Maidana was robbed. I did have Maidana with a slight edge. But if it's a slight edge, I don't consider that a robbery. I just consider that a judge can see something different. But Floyd went back and ran it back, and then significantly decided, I'm going to show you I can beat this guy. So when people say, well, Tank don't need him. Well, if one of the greatest of all time went back and said, nah, that was close, I want to go back, I don't see why Tank should be exempt to that.
You know what, Mike? You make a good point, but that's when you asked me earlier, did Floyd win boxing? That's why I can't put everything on Floyd, because
yeah, absolutely,
guys pick and choose what they want to follow after. So if Floyd is a bad example for certain things, and people gonna put that on him, then why don't they put on him the 2 times where he had controversial fights against Marcos Maidana and Jose Luis Castillo? He ran them both back immediately.
He ran them.
You know
both
what he
back.
said? You guys think I lost, so I'm gonna run these fights back, and I'm gonna show y'all that I'm better. So you got to give Floyd his props for that, because when he was in the same exact moment that Tank was in, because a lot of people did think he lost to Maidana. A lot of people did think that he lost to Castillo. You know what I mean? Like, behind the scenes, a lot of people like, yo, you know he lost those fights, and they just won't say it out loud. So a lot of people do believe that. But the one thing that he did was he said, okay, oh, y'all think I lost? No problem. I'm going to run it back, and I'm going to show y'all.
Run it back.
So,
run it back, yeah.
But Tank didn't do that with Lamont Roach. So
No,
that's
he
the
did
difference.
not.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to give Floyd his props for that.
Go ahead, Mo, and then we can wrap up. Go ahead. Did you? I saw you.
No,
raise
I
your
was going to ask, you know, like as a trainer, you know, you get to see a lot of different fighters. The perfect storm, if you could, in a perfect world of boxing, who would you put in the ring together? Like, what would be the ultimate fight of all fights?
Are you talking about currently or all time?
Yes, currently. Like, in the current state of boxing, who would you think would be like the perfect storm, the perfect fight right now?
Mo, you just asked me a tough question. Let me think. Give me like 15 seconds to think about all of the best matchups. There's a kid here from Philadelphia named Jerron Boots Ennis.
Yes. I was waiting if you were gonna bring him up. I was waiting to see if you were gonna bring him up.
That kid is special. He's special. He got something a little bit different than even the really talented kids. He's a little bit different. He has a chance to be possibly the greatest fighter to ever come out of Philadelphia.
Whoa.
Yeah, he has a chance to surpass Joe Frazier and Bernard Hopkins.
Wow.
He has a chance. That's going to take a lot. His management, his promotional, all that kind of stuff is going to have to be in sync for him to do it. But he has a chance to do it. I'm not saying he's going to do it because I know these kind of stuff go viral. He has a chance.
Yeah, let me see what time you said that. Let me see what time you said that. An hour and 39 minutes into. Okay, all right, go ahead.
I've been watching that kid. I hired him originally for Julian Williams in 2014 in Kent. That's how long ago I saw him fight. And he was 17 years old. And I called up Al Heyman. And Al Heyman is the biggest manager in boxing. And he had Julian Williams at the time. And I said, Mr. Heyman, I just seen the best kid I ever seen in the gyms in Philadelphia. And he said, wow. I said, yeah, I just seen the best kid I ever seen. And at that time, Mike, Julian was crushing guys. Like we had to pay for sparring. He was about 24. Boots was only 17. He was crushing dudes.
He was 17.
He was 17. And wasn't about who got the better of who, but he hung right with Julian. Didn't need no other sparring partners to go in and was giving us 6 and 8 strong rounds. And he was so humble about himself. He was like, yo, you don't even have to pay me. And I said, man, you take this money. You deserve it. He didn't even want the money, but I paid him anyway every time because of how good he was. He was special. So that kid and Terrence Crawford will be a fight that I would love to see because I know Crawford is so special and he's one of the best fighters in the history of boxing. But I believe that Boots is also a special talent. He just haven't accomplished what Crawford has. So just like watching them with their moves and setting traps and trying to figure the other one out, it would just be a spectacle. Not even about who winning or losing, but just like watching that would like look like Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns, where you just watching the fight for the performance value. Like you want to see your eyes on something like that. Like I would be curious to see if Crawford could set a trap for the young stud and clip him. I would be curious to see if Boots can handle Crawford's mid-fight adjustment. I'll be curious to see who's the better puncher, who's stronger. You know what I mean? Like that kind of fight would really, really intrigue me, where I wouldn't even be able to watch the fight around anybody because
I never do. I never watch the fight around people.
I should fight in private.
Yeah,
I
will have to watch that fight because some of the stuff that
will
will be happening will be like so sublime. Like Crawford is so smooth with how he sets you up. I would just wonder, like, could he set Boots up for a kill shot? Could Boots avoid it and outboxing? Could Boots, is Boots, how much faster is Boots than Crawford? Because Crawford got smooth speed. So he got the kind of speed where he could time fast guys. Like it would just be intriguing to me because they're very similar, but Crawford got a lot of Tim Duncan to his game where he don't do like a lot of extra stuff, where Boots like is a little bit more flashier with his approach. So I would just be curious to see who would be able to offset who. That would be the fight that I would love. And there's another fight that I would really like to see too. And that would be Tank and Shakur. But Tank just hasn't been around. You know what I mean? He hasn't been around. So Shakur might have passed Tank now because Shakur is fighting and he's active and he seems like he likes fighting a little bit more right now. But Tank and Shakur, that's another fight where I would like to see if Shakur could outbox him or if Tank could run him into something and clip him. That would be very interesting to me also.
No, that would be from sure.
From your mouth to the boxing ears.
I hope one day. I hope one day. Steven,
well, you know what? It has to happen soon, man, because too much stuff happens, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Like guys had to get in the stuff outside of the ring. Like Crawford and Boots, I don't believe they're ever going to fight because Crawford is retired. You're just asking me a question of a fight that I would be like so intrigued by. Like I don't even go to fights because I'm in the business. So I rarely go to fights unless I'm making money. That's the kind of fight I would go to and sit where nobody's at just so I could just lay eyes on them. Because I would be so like, I I don't even know the word. I would be so engulfed in like what's happening in there. If you know what you're looking at, you know you're looking at something special.
From the boxing, from all of the past, like if you had a time machine and you can go back and train any boxer from the past, who would that be? You got Ali, you got Frazier, you got all of the
probably Sugar Ray Leonard.
I was gonna say Sugar Ray. I was gonna say Sugar Ray.
He's the best fighter that I've ever seen in my life, my lifetime. My daughter, I got a daughter named Ava, but her middle name is Ray. I named her after him, and I call her Sugar Ray. So he probably is the best fighter that I've ever seen, and he was the most complete fighter that I've ever seen. He won the Olympic gold medal the year I was born, so it would probably be him. It probably would be him or Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr. is also, they're like tied for the best fighters I've seen in my lifetime. So it would probably be one of them.
Those ain't bad. Those ain't you pick two of the ultimate. Ain't gonna be much training. All you gotta do is make sure ain't gonna be much training going on.
Hey Mike, and guess what else it'd be?
What?
A lot of money, bro.
A lot of money. A lot of money. A lot of money.
You make a lot of. Sugar Ray Leonard was the first fighter in the history of boxing to make over 100 million, and he did it in the 80s. You know what 100 million in the 80s is?
That's billionaire money.
You know what that is compared to now?
Yes.
Oh my God.
It's amazing. Dog, thank you. We got to have you back on the show. I know they mad because I done took the whole show up with boxing, but rarely do we get to have trainers on here. I want to reach out to you and talk more when some bigger fights. And that's the thing about boxing now. These fights are happening, and when they do happen, it's like they happen here, they happen there. You actually got to find them on when these fights are going to happen.
Hey, listen, make sure y'all go out and support the young gunner, Boots Ennis, man. He's fighting up at the Barclay June 27th against a Puerto Rican kid named Xander Zayas. That's going to be a huge, huge deal, man. That's going to be a huge deal, and he going to need the support from the local Philly media. Rob Murray and all them guys, they're going to definitely be around for that, Mike. So make sure you hit them up for that, because that's going to be a big one.
No, I'm definitely have him. Then I got to be in a predicament because he's fighting a Puerto Rican. I'm like, damn, but I'm rocking with. You know who I told? Who I told Errol Spence not to fight when we were in training camp? When we were in training, bitch, I was just watching. I wasn't in training camp. I told him and Derek, this is way back. I said, please do me a favor, don't fight Danny Garcia. Just leave Danny alone. Like, I thought we had a deal. And then they wound up fighting, and Danny made his money. So and Danny held up.
Me and Danny got a real good relationship. Danny Garcia just signed one of my prospects. I got a middleweight that's 14-0 with 13 knockouts, and he just signed him. He's going to do a co-pro with him, and he's going to be making his debut under DSG Promotions on July 24th or 25th. His name is Iran Peterson, so look out for him.
Dope. And I'm glad Danny is seems to be from a distance. I don't know the personal business. It seems like everything is going well. And I think he technically did he retire because his last fight he did knock the dude out. Technically,
at the stage that them guys are in, they'll probably like just come back for like little. It's almost like, let me put a little bit of something in my pension. Let me throw something in my 401k. It's one of them kind of things. So I wouldn't be surprised if he came back to, make his pension look a little bit fatter. But hopefully he does a great job with my fighter. We just signed with him, met him down at the sports bar. We had a great conversation. And he's going to be promoting my kid, Iran J.Y.D. Peterson. So I know Danny and his dad a long time. So hopefully the relationship is great, and we do some big things and make some good money together.
I definitely want to reach out to you and have you back on the show. I appreciate your time, dog. God bless all the blessings in the world, and I hopefully I'll be able to talk to you in person so I run your ear off, because Rob Murray Sr. I would sit with Rob Murray Sr. He'd be like, I'm like, well, so and so. If Roberto Duran had fought as a lightweight and he had fought Leonard as a lightweight, what do you think would have happened? The same thing would have happened, Mike. Same thing would have happened. But
Rob was the man. I miss him. That was my guy.
Oh man, oh man, was he? And the stories and the legendary pool shark stories that he told me, and then when I saw him live on Comcast run the tables, there was a TV show they had. They had celebrity. It was a celebrity pool tournament, and I'm looking. I said, "That's Rob Murray," and Rob Murray literally never let any of those celebrities ever touch the stick. He ran the table on everybody. And that's when I was like, wow, he was not that I didn't think he was telling the truth about running around the country beating people in pool. But when I saw him do that, I was like, that was so memorable to me that nobody ever picked up the pool stick after he grabbed. And I was like, wow. Thank you, Steve. We got to have you back, man. We got to have you back.
And I
Good luck with
promise
everything.
next time I won't call you and wake you up this early. We'll
I see
prepare.
y'all, man.
Yeah, we'll prepare.
I'm
We'll
about to get
prepare
to the
for it.
gym right now, and I see y'all.
All right, big dog. Have a good one. My
All right.
man, Stephen Breadman Edwards, trainer. I know people. I know we thought. Jay Black would be so heated that we had a selfish show. I'm sorry.
Yes, but listen, it's Memorial Day. You know, it's a
sorry.
special edition of the show. He didn't come on, so we took over. But you and I both share the passion of boxing.
Sorry.
You know, I love boxing.
We're sorry. But before we go, I'm going to hit this again tomorrow. And we're going to start the show off as messy as ever tomorrow. I want you to watch this woman ask a question at the last conversation. And I want you to hear what comes out her mouth. What literally comes out her mouth and what she says, y'all. Here it is.
Willing to take care of you, the kids, and the household, but has no ambition worth staying with.
When you say take care of, what do you mean?
He pays all the bills. He take care of the kids. He step in.
How he do that with no ambition?
No, he got money. I want more.
You know what?
And he's complacent.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the year when the job market is cooked, when the housing market is cooked, when people are walking away from their children, you got somebody at home that is paying your bills. He is taking care of you, and he is taking care of your kids, and you are figuring out, should I leave him? Are you cool?
Unfortunately, for a lot of men, there are so many women telling them you have to be more ambitious. And it's because they want the ambition to look like what they want it to look like. But his ambition is waking up every day and going to work, waking up every day and showing up for my children, showing up for my home. Like, that's just as ambitious. You know how ambitious you have to be when you are going through depression. Your girl is telling you you need to do more, and then you don't feel like you're good enough, but she don't know the mental and emotional and spiritual battles that you have and how you still trying to show up for your home. That's ambition, baby. Take a moment, read, I think it's 1 Timothy 5:8, because what it talks about is a man who neglects his home is the same as a man who denies his faith. This man is taking care of his home. There is faith and grace in that. He is being provisional. He's still leading. So we have to acknowledge that, because if not, you're going to lose that. Like, that's a gem, baby.
I make my own money. I make more than him.
Ooh. Whoa, let's bring that back. What did you just say? What did
my own money. I make more than him.
Ooh.
Right?
And you said he pays all the bills?
Yeah.
And you make more money?
Yeah.
You mentioned that you make more money than him, and I want you to know that was not done by mistake. That was a systemic thing that was put into place so that the black woman can be elevated to start looking at their men like they're not doing enough.
No.
It is very intentional, the fact that you make more money, and even though your man is showing up for you, you start looking at him for like, why can't you do more?
The fact that this man is covering the bills, even though he knows you make more, let me tell you what he's doing. This man is willing to maybe put things on pause so that you can elevate. Think about it. What you make becomes almost just yours.
All right, that I just wanted you to watch all that.
We're gonna have to run that back tomorrow, and I want to see Jay Black. I want to see Doc. I need everybody to chime in on this, because there's so many layers to this. And every time I root for us women, it be people like this to set us back like 10 god doggone steps every time. Every time.
I'm gonna
But
say
there's
this.
so many layers to this. There's so many layers to this. I'm gonna put my therapist hat on tomorrow, and yeah.
I watched it a few times because I was so confused by what she was saying. I'm gonna say this again tomorrow. I'm gonna reiterate it tomorrow. When she said he pays all the bills, but he's not he's too complacent. She wants more. And then later on, it went into he pays all the bills, but she makes more money than him. And he pays all the bills. But she wants more. She's already cheating on him. She's already cheating on him.
It's giving the signs. It's
This is
definitely giving. Yeah.
the thing about her saying he's too complacent. That is the excuse that she had to formulate in her mind to justify the reason of her cheating on him. Because if you make more money than him and he is paying all the bills, he's not complacent. He's in the relationship like, I'm here, but you're cheating. And
he's sacrificing.
And he's sacrificing.
He's paying all the bills knowing that you make more than him.
Knowing.
He's allowing you to keep, and I say allow, and I mean allow. He's allowing you to keep all your money. And he's like, it don't matter what I make. I'm going to make our home life pop. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to cover you. I'm going to cover the kids because I know you've been working all day. And even though I've been working all day, I'm still going to do that for you too. Girl, what else do you want?
No, what she wants is the clique of people that she rolls around in that he doesn't meet. See, she's meeting dudes because she's making her money and she doesn't have to spend it on anything. So she really thinks she's on this level. So she's looking at these guys with, I don't know, the more drive of what? You can't have.
You're looking from the outside. You're looking from the outside, and you're not inside it. Most women who have men who are on that path, like who are, CEOs of companies and things like that. There's a lot of things that they don't have time for. There's a lot of things that they're not going to compromise for in terms of their professional track. Yes, she is bugging. There's going to be things that taking care of kids. What? Those men look at it from the point of view that that's what I got you there for. I'm making the money. I'm providing. You take care of the house. It's very rare that you find a man who takes care of the house, takes care of all of the bills, takes care of the kids, and lets you work and do what you need to do and keep your money.
She ain't never
complaining.
Yeah, there's a whole and this is, trust me, girl. As wrong as she seemingly is, if she ain't happy, she ain't happy. She should bounce. Yeah, but and she should. You should bounce if you ain't happy. Just don't make the excuse. Please don't make the excuse that it's because of him.
No.
Don't make the excuses because of him. It's because you want something else. But you can't justify it to your circle of people. So you thought you conjured up a good he's complacent. He just settles. No,
because that makes her feel better about her decisions and her mentality over the entire relationship. Mike, I'm sorry. There's so many layers to what she was saying, and that whole emasculating him by getting on TV and saying, or social media, and just saying, oh, and by the way, I make more money than him. Well, what does it matter if you make more money than him when you ain't got to spend it taking care of anything? That's very emasculating and very systemic. Mm-hmm.
No, but we see, and you're diabolical too, because you are selfish. You are selfish because you won't even woman up and just say, I just don't want to be with him.
Right.
You won't even want to.
He does for me.
Yes.
I like the things that he does for me, but I don't want him. This is not the life I envisioned for myself.
And that whole, oh my God, everything you said, you contradicted yourself, except you didn't tell the truth. Just tell the truth. For some reason, you don't want to be with him. And it's something that you're looking out the window going, oh, that's the type of guy. You see, You see how? Look at him. He goes for it.
Why
he
can't you be the CEO?
Yeah, why can't you be an entrepreneur? Why you going to that job that has a steady paycheck every 2 weeks? Why you got to be so responsible? Look at him. Okay, I ain't mad at you, but just don't use the lame excuse. Just go roll the dice.
They say don't let that be the reason. But we have to revisit this tomorrow, Mike.
Yeah, we're gonna play that tomorrow.
Tomorrow, get your clips ready, get your comments ready, because I'm gonna have mine locked and loaded.
I appreciate y'all. I know for dealing with me and Mo getting all boxinged up, but that's what rarely do we have that moment to be able to talk about the sweet art of boxing. Once again, thank you, Mo, for having me be at your show Saturday. It was amazing. Shout to KT who did the narration for a play that's doing bigger things. They're not bigger things, but they're moving on to do more things. It's supposed to be in Willingboro. I think it's July 11th. So hopefully I can go out and support and be there for that. Jay Black didn't even answer the text. Jay Black is so asleep, he ain't even answer the text. Jay Black ain't give a fuck.
He probably just rolling over the scrapple and looking to see if Lady Q downstairs making bacon.
And trust me, he's gonna look at the show and be like, oh, they was talking about boxing the whole time. They ain't need me. He's gonna say they needed me. Thank you, Ms. Clark. She said this was great with the interview. Rick was getting into something in these chats. I don't know what Rick must have said. I used to box.
When I asked the question to Breadman about who would be the perfect storm in boxing, and he said Cypher and Doc.
Cypher and Doc, nice. Hashabu said, I used to box at Joe Frazier's gym in South Philly. Randy Jenkins was my trainer. Okay. Let me find out them hands ain't just for taking souls. Let me find out them hands is more of don't just think my hands just be taking souls. When you're a boxer, your life is always literally on the line. One right hit to the wrong place, and it's a wrap. Absolutely. All right, y'all. Go enjoy your Memorial Day. We'll be back at it tomorrow morning. I'm going to do some constructive stuff, and I'm not going to lay down. I'm not going to lay down right now.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm going to do some shit. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that. Understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed, it will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything you like. Oh, wait a second. Mo gets another point for bringing a boxing trainer. So today, before today, a professional boxing trainer.
Google him.
So when the day started, it was 14-12. Then I gave you 2 points to get it 14-14. Mo, because of the trainer interview, is now up 15-14. We'll see if she can take that lead even further tomorrow. You fight for everything in life. Fight for your happiness. Never let anyone take it from you. Because God got me, God got you, God got us. From Michael Shaw and Jay Black, Sexy Mo, Kamari, Amani, Dr. Aaron Smith, C. Chung, Lady Q, WokeUpInspired.com. You want your merch, go to WokeUpInspired.com. We are gone.
Michael Shaw and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts.